guys, welcome back to the channel, and we have another season of Temptation Island. We're now at season number 4, which starts on March 16th, which is coming up next week, you guys. And I know some of you guys were wanting to know if I was going to do recaps, and absolutely I will be doing recaps on this show. I did it last season and the season before, so I'm going to do it again this season as well. But in this video, we are going to talk a little bit and get to meet the couples, kind of get an idea of what's going on with them. And then we'll also, kind of close it out with what else happens with the show. So before we jump into this, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. You like the video, smash the like button, and drop a comment down in the comment section below. So as you guys know, the premise of the show, the couples come on this show to test the strength of their current relationship. I personally don't think that's a good idea, but it definitely makes good entertainment, right? So, pretty much the couples kind of see if they can be tempted by in this case, 24 other singles that's also on this island. And either they get the chance at the end of the season to remain in their relationship, or if they've made a new connection with one of the other singles, they also get the chance to leave and explore that. We saw that in previous seasons, right? But before we even jump into this, kind of to give you a prelude to some of the things that's going on, because the teaser has been out. They're going to be in Maui, Hawaii to put their relationships to the test. A lot of folks think they're going to remain faithful, and others, we're not so sure. One of the cast members, as quoted, is a little scared of the temptation. One of the male cast members actually said, "She trusts me, and I broke that trust." And then, of course, as you know, with the show, there's a lot of fun, games, stuff like that happen, including wild nights, because we definitely saw what happened in season 3 with Kendall. And then, of course, amidst all of the craziness, maybe possible sex that happens, there's going to be a lot of drama and tears. So much so that in this particular season, somebody's behavior was called disgusting, and another person said it's like the 7 years that they've been in a relationship never existed. So, without further ado, I kind of want to give you kind of a prelude to everything. Let's talk about these couples. Okay, first up is Jillian and Edgar. Edgar's 23, Jillian is 21. Jillian is a realtor and Edgar is in customer service. Now, these two are college sweethearts. Now, they met while attending Ball State University, which of course I know is in Indiana. It's not far from me, and have been together for 4 years. Now, she reveals that Edgar pretty much swept her off her feet, and she instantly fell in love with his old school charm. Now, they definitely have been faced with trust issues in their relationship, and although they made it through those things, they haven't been able to shake that uncertainty that they have about their future, though. Now, what they are hoping for with Temptation Island is, deciding if they're meant to be together outside of their, the safety of what their college bubble look like. So, I don't know. I really don't see any drama yet. I don't have a lot of details, but of course we got to watch the show, right? But you would think that, with the old school charm, we need to find out what these missteps were. And more than likely, they probably will elaborate when they have that sit down with Mark. But, we'll see. We'll have to see. So let's move on to our next couple. Okay, next up is Ash and Hania, and they're both from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Ash is a writer. Hania is a garden designer. She's 28. He's 30 years old. They've both been together for about a year and a half. They initially met through mutual friends, and he tried to slide into her DMs. She never responded. The only time they actually matched, which was later on, was on a dating app. Now, once they did meet, they fell for each other and spent 12 hours on the first date talking about each other's lives. Now, they consider themselves both extremely passionate in their love life and haven't been able to keep their hands off each other. However, the thing is, Ash is moving to Brooklyn later this summer for her career. And they're both unsure if their relationship can actually handle the distance. Now, both of them hope that if they can explore the boundaries and vulnerabilities of being on Temptation Island before moving apart, then, they can actually truly reveal how strong the relationship will be when that happens. Long distance relationships can be very complicated, and I don't know, for whatever reason he maybe cannot move to New York with her. They got to figure that out. But the thing is, it's going to be long distance. So do I think it's a good idea to test a relationship to see, well, if she can be strong enough being tempted on Love Island, or he can be tested long enough on Temptation Island, to not deal with somebody, then maybe I can trust him when I move away. That might not be 100% guaranteed, but obviously they're trying to use this as an option to see if that's the case. I just hope that, they get the answers that they need. And if it's, an answer that they can carry on after the show on whether or not they're going to be strong enough apart. And I mean, can long distance relationships happen? Yes. But it's some serious trust and some maintenance of that relationship that has to take place in order for, the two of them to be successful. And hopefully one day they come together if they're talking about, maybe getting married or something in the future. But we'll definitely have to see if, this test is what's really going to solidify the answers that they're looking for. Let's move to our next couple. Next up is Iris and Luke, both from Seattle, Washington. They're both entrepreneurs. She's 26, he's 29. They met in an interesting fashion because they met while she was dating one of his friends. Yikes. But once she met Luke, she did break it off and has been with him ever since. But it definitely came with some ups and downs. For the past 4 years, Luke is the only guy she has had eyes for, but she's kind of concerned if he feels the same way about her because she's caught him flirting with other girls. They both admit to have jealousy issues, which has led Luke to ask for not only a break once, but even twice. After being together for so long, they're definitely at crossroads because they're hoping that them testing relationship on Temptation Island will put them on the right path. Sometimes I don't know if you guys ever heard this, is how you start out is usually how you end up. And they started out because of the fact that she was dating one of his friends. Yeah, that's not a good look. Okay. Now, granted, some folks might be like, well, she's single, she ain't married, but we don't know if that relationship with the friend was committed or not. And now, she went between two guys. On the flip side, he's been flirting with other people. So I could be wrong. Maybe the strength of the testing that happens on Temptation Island might get them to think twice. But I don't see a future in this. But we'll have to watch and see. Because it'll definitely put them on the right path. But is that path going in two different directions? So we'll have to wait and see what happened with these two. But I I don't see a pretty good direction with this. So let's move on to our last couple. And last but not least, we have Ashley and Lascelles. And I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. They're both from Queens, New York. Ashley's a content producer. Lascelles is a recruiter and personal trainer. She's 26. He's 27. Now, these two have been dating for 7 years with no ring on her finger. I think this is the wrong show. They actually need to be on Put a Ring on It. Ashley is beginning to question why it's taking so long for their relationship to reach the next level. Now, they both admitted to be codependent on each other. And on the flip side, Lascelles seems to be willing to do just about anything to make Ashley happen, even at the expense of his own financial and emotional needs. That I want to know more about, and hopefully we'll get to see that on the show. Now, what they're looking for on Temptation Island, Ashley is looking for her own self-growth, while Lascelles is hoping that they both find some independence and Ashley learns to appreciate him more. So it seems like with everything that he's saying he's putting on the line with his emotional and financial resources, he's saying pretty much she's taking him for granted. That's what it seems like. We'll know more when we watch the show. Whereas with her, she just wants the ring. And why is it taking so long? At the same time, she wants to do self-growth by coming to the island. I find this whole scenario pretty interesting. So, yeah, because she really didn't say he need to do anything different except bring her a ring. And she's trying to build growth within herself, whereas he wants to be taken seriously from the way it sounds. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see how this go. Do I think that these two could possibly figure this out? If she needs to self-growth to come to Temptation Island, I don't understand that. What is she looking for on the island separate from her boyfriend to grow with a bunch of sexy male singles? Yeah, we got to figure that out. And then on the flip side, he's hoping that she grows over there, but appreciate him more in the process. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this season holds. It was a real crazy season 3, especially with Erica and Kendall, and both of them have, after the show, moved on to new people in their lives. They seem to be very happy. They did not stay together. There was a lot of mess after the show. And if you haven't seen those videos, you can go back into my archive because I have them all there. Because I did recaps plus some of the lives that they did after the show as well. So you can go and check all of that out from season 3. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what these couples are going to bring this season, what's going to happen, who's going to stay together, who's going to meet somebody else and leave the island, or, if they just decide to stay single, period. So we'll have to wait and see. The season starts March 16th. And I think I have a time of... Let's see if they give us a time. They don't. All I know is that they start on the 16th. So I will be doing recaps on this show once a week. So stay tuned for that. And if you've enjoyed this video, drop your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. And also subscribe if you are new to the channel. So until the next video, bye.